Good afternoon, class. My name is Danny Munoz, and today I'm going to show you all how to make breakfast tacos. Now, I don't spend a great deal of time in the kitchen, but from time to time I do like to help my wife, and making breakfast is an easy way to jump in and help out from time to time. Now, the first step in the process is just to figure out what you want in your breakfast taco. If your kids are like mine, then they're a little bit picky, so simple is better. Today, I'm going to choose bacon and egg breakfast tacos. It's very simple, it's quick and easy, and your family's going to love it. So to start off this process, the first thing that we need to do is be ready. Now, bacon is known to pop when it cooks, so you typically want to start with an apron so that way you don't ruin your clothes, and obviously it protects you just a little bit. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and turn on your skillet to a medium heat. Once that skillet is on, you want to take just a little bit of olive oil, because your bacon is going to release quite a bit of grease anyway. So take a little bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And then you're going to go ahead and let that heat up for just a couple of minutes. And after it heats up, I've already had this skillet heating up for just a little bit. After it heats up, you're going to go ahead and take your bacon and you're just going to cook it whole. Again, once a skillet is hot, the bacon can pop a little bit, so you just want to be careful. Like I said, it hasn't quite heated up just yet, so it's okay. But then what you're going to do is you're just going to watch that bacon and make sure it doesn't burn. So you're going to cook it evenly, let it get to a nice crisp, and then once it gets crisp, you're just going to go ahead and remove it from the heat, and you're going to go ahead and let it rest for a little bit and let it cool down. Typically, you want to let it cool down on maybe on a paper cloth or something like that, so it'll go ahead and soak up just a little bit of that grease. Now, just to prepare, I've gone ahead and cooked some bacon just in advance. So we've got some cooled bacon here that we're going to use in our breakfast tacos, right? So for this bacon, now that it's cooked, you just want to go ahead and dice it into small pieces in preparation for cooking. So again, you just want to be careful. Take a knife and a cutting board and just cut along the strips into nice small pieces. Nothing fancy. Watch your fingers just to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. And again, all you're really looking for here is to get these two strips of bacon into nice small pieces. So I'll just go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll move on to our next step. In just a second here, guys. And there we go. Because it's already been cooled, again, it shouldn't have too much grease or anything like that. Then you just take it, add it to a bowl in preparation for making your bacon and eggs. Now, at this point, you typically don't want to use the same skillet that you've already been using. That usually is going to have a lot of grease sitting on the bottom, and so you're either going to want to drain that skillet or use another skillet altogether. I'm just going to go ahead and move that one to the side and switch over to a smaller skillet that I've had going here just in the background. There we go. So you add your diced bacon here, and you just, since it's already cooked, it shouldn't take too long. All you're really looking for at this point is for that bacon to warm up just a little bit. It's still probably going to release just a little bit of grease on the bottom of that pan, but it doesn't hurt just to be on the safe side, so that way your eggs don't stick. Go ahead and add just a tiny bit of olive oil to the bottom of that skillet again, just so that way it doesn't stick. So you're going to let that warm up for just a bit, and then you're going to go ahead and add your eggs. Now, for your eggs, depending upon how many people you're cooking for, usually about 1 to 2 eggs is more than enough. I'm just going to go ahead and start with 2 for now, since I'm just looking to demonstrate the process. You take your 2 eggs, crack them on the side, you add them in. For eggs, it's important that just before they cook, go ahead and add just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Again, you don't want to do too much, just because the bacon is usually salty already. So just a little bit for taste. And the trick is to stir these at least every 10 to 15 seconds so it doesn't stick to the bottom of that pan. Eggs shouldn't take any more than about 3 to 5 minutes to cook, so I'm going to go ahead and let these cook, and then we're going to move on to our next step. All right, now that the bacon has been cooking for about 3 to 5 minutes, it should be all set. While I've been cooking the bacon and eggs, I went ahead and took the liberty of heating up a couple of tortillas. Now for me, I like to use corn tortillas, and the easiest way to heat them up is for about a minute in a microwave, wrapped in a paper towel, so that way they absorb the moisture. So with our tortillas here, we simply take a couple of these small corn tortillas, set them on a plate. You've got your bacon and egg mixture ready to go. You take a couple of spoonfuls in each taco. And then, like I said, depending upon your family, these can be served with a little bit of cheese, maybe as garnish, maybe a little bit of cilantro, even a little bit of salsa. And like I said, it usually makes a quick and easy meal for just about anybody in the family. Bon appetit.